And I guarantee you, when you start recruiting like this, there's no one else out there that's recruiting like this. No one else out there is teaching this. I have never heard an upline teach this. I've never heard any of like the network marketing gurus teach this, none of it. But this is the thing that made me the most successful. Today, we are going to talk to you about creating your offer. And really, this is probably, well, I say this a lot, but this is one of my favorite things to talk about, because this is really where you get to demonstrate what makes you you and what you get to offer about your company that nobody else does. When I first got started, I was just like, drinking the Kool-Aid like everybody else and doing everything that my upline was telling me. And I was just like, following in line like with everybody else of what they were telling me to do. There was nothing that really set me apart. And that's the biggest thing, is that if you don't have something that is uniquely yours, there's nothing that sets you apart from anybody else, So I would have customers who would buy from me, but then they'd also buy from somebody else. Like, there was not loyalty. I had people who I was talking to and trying to recruit, and someone else would then recruit them, So that's when I was like, okay, I got to find something that I can offer that no one else has, because no one else sells my product the way I do. No one else runs the team the way I do. Even though if it's like kind of the same as what your upline does, still no one runs it just like you. So for me, I was all about systems, because, and I talk about this a lot, but systems are the things that like save me. And I had little kids and like trying to be a stay-at-home mom, and my husband was working like 80, 90 hours a week, like not exaggerating. He really was working crazy hours. So we never ever saw him. And so I had to build this business, all on my own, and do it in ways that still would free up my time, because that's the whole reason why we do a network marketing business. And so I had to create systems. And when there's like a ton of things on your plate and you're like, okay, I have so much to do and not enough time, and you start like getting that anxiety feeling. If I have a plan of how those things are going to get accomplished and I have systems to do it, like, I don't feel anxious. It doesn't matter. Pile as much on my plate, because as long as I have a system down, like, I'm good. So that is me. That was one of the strengths that I had. And so if you haven't seen some of the trainings that we've done on strengths, we have a whole training on knowing your strengths and finding people for your team that go along with your strengths in our Authentic Influencer Secret Society. So if you're not a member of that, go check that out. You can do that at socialtenacity.com/secret. And when I started offering that to new team members, that, hey, look, I have a whole system for you that will take you from A to Z, that will tell you what to do in your business, that was when my recruiting really started to take off. And I wasn't wasting time trying to like recruit people and then have someone else go and they would sign up under somebody else. I had something that no one else did. Another thing that just network marketing in general has something that other, like becoming an entrepreneur, doesn't have. So you already have a leg up. And a lot of people don't realize this about how hard it really is to build like a traditional business. And it doesn't even have to be like a brick and mortar business. Any business, like any online business, trying to be a blogger. I used to help bloggers with their online marketing, and like it's tough to go out there and do all of the SEO and build up your business. Like there's a lot that goes into it. And you're on your own. You have no real support. And so that's one thing with network marketing. So I'm just going to talk about a couple of things that network marketing has that if you were just a quote unquote normal entrepreneur, like you wouldn't have. So network marketing really is a business in a box. They take care of the product. They take care of, like, if something's defected, that's not on you, that's on the company. You can be there to help assist, but like that pressure is not on you. All customer service and stuff like returns and those kind of things, like a lot of those, it goes through the company. Also, like finding new products and outsourcing and seeing what is good for the market and what's not, and all that market research, like your network marketing company does all that for you. And all you have to do is just do the actual marketing. Once we see it, like we think that, oh, network marketing is so hard and stuff, and doing something else might be better. The grass is always greener on the other side, right? And sometimes you get over there and it's not so great. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. So you have to kind of figure out what that is for you. But there's so many great things when it comes to network marketing. And like support, we kind of touched on that. That's another thing. Like when you're an entrepreneur, you're kind of all on your own unless you hire mentors. Like for me, I have never gone without a mentor. When I'm done with one, then I find another one. So I've always invested in mentors because that has helped me so much. And that's what your upline can do. And maybe it's not your upline, maybe it's a sideline sister, maybe it's a downline that you really connect with. But you have this automatic, like built-in support system where as an entrepreneur, you don't. And like, I even remember when I went out on this entrepreneur journey and stepped away from doing network marketing, that like, it was really hard because the biggest thing was not leaving money's always good, but it's not always about money. It wasn't like leaving all the money. It wasn't of course I was going to miss getting the products at a discount, but the biggest thing was all the support, like my team, the girls who I had grown to love, my upline who was great, like all of these people that were just amazing in my life that came to me because of my network marketing company. I was saying goodbye to those and going into a world of this entrepreneurship where like there was no support system for me. I had to build my own. And so there's a lot that goes into that. And so when someone's trying to decide between the two, really the best is to mesh both of them together. But like having a network marketing company is one way that it helps people to be able to get out on their feet and to try out entrepreneurship in the easiest way possible. And so maybe that's what you offer. You have this business in a box and the company takes care of all of these things. I take care of these things. I take care of I'm going to teach you a marketing plan. I'm going to teach you how to find your avatar. I'm going to teach you how to create a movement. All of these things that I've been talking about for a long time, how to find all of those things. So when we start creating our offer, we can go, okay, we're going to take our products, and I'm just specifically talking recruiting here, but you can do the same thing for products to try to get customers. So I'll touch on that really quick. You just want to think, what is the one problem that either your customer or your new recruits have that you are trying to solve? And so maybe the thing that you're trying to solve is someone wants to be an entrepreneur, but they don't know where to start. So if that's it, you can show them how your network marketing company could be the answer to their prayers. And maybe it's a solution that your product solves. And this is something else that we've talked about a lot, as finding that one problem and how you can solve that one problem. So specifically, this is going to make your life so much easier when it comes to recruiting, is finding what is that one problem that you solve when it comes to recruiting. So maybe it's, if it's stay-at-home moms that want to make some extra money to pay for their groceries, those are not going to be your big time business builders, so I want you to think, and if you have a team already, think of who is your number one rock star on your team right now, and where were they at before they joined? What problem did they have, and what problem has your company solved for them? And so that's what you want to think about. For me, my number one problem was I wanted to retire my husband. That was it. Because he was working crazy hours. I didn't care how I was going to do it. I wasn't going to do anything illegal, but I had to get him to be retired because he hated his job. I wanted my kids to have a dad. And the only way that I could see to do it was to retire him. And I chose network marketing to do that. So if when I recruited people, I was only looking for people who wanted to retire their husband, they're going to be people who work pretty hard because they have great motivation, right? And so my offer would be that I could create something that I could help people create a business that would give them the income so their husband could retire. And that's all I would talk about when it would come to recruiting. Would I recruit other people? Probably. But here's the thing. If you are recruiting people that have, like, this person just is a stay-at-home mom and she just wants to make some extra money on the side. And then this person wants to retire their husband. And then this person just wants to do it for the discount. And then this person over here is doing it because they want to earn extra money to take their grandkids out. Like, you can't, some of those people you can relate to, but some of them maybe not. And when you do team trainings, when you do all of those things, they're not going to resonate with everybody, you know? And so if you fill your team with the people who have the same problem, it's going to be really, really easy for you to help them because they all have the same problem. So as a leader, it's way easier to help someone who's trying to retire their husband and help 20 people who are trying to retire their husband. So start brainstorming. What is either the problem that you had, the reason why you joined, or is it someone who is like a rock star on your team and you want more of them? What's the problem that they have? But I guarantee it's going to be so much easier if you can build a team with someone, like a group of people who all have similar problems that they're trying to solve, because you're going to get more business builders, especially if that's what you're focusing on. Like, that doesn't mean that like you have someone who they just want to get a discount and want to join your team. Sure, that's totally fine, right? It's not like you're going to turn all those people away. But like, if you're really focused and everything that you talk about when you're talking about your business is that, hey, look, my whole goal of building a business is because I want to retire my husband. And you talk about that all the time. The people who also want to retire your husband, their husbands, they're going to be watching you. And they're going to be seeing, are you doing it? And every time you get a little bit closer, like when I was working towards this, my husband had 2 jobs. That's why he was working so many hours. And so when I was finally making enough money through my network marketing company that he could quit his first job, oh, you bet I was talking about that everywhere. And once that happened, and I was saying how grateful I was for my network marketing company because my husband was able to quit his second job. And so we were actually going to see him like 2 nights a week now. That's when I got a lot of people started contacting me because they wanted to know more information about what I was doing because they wanted that same thing. And so start thinking about that and talking about that. You don't have to say like, oh, my network marketing company is so awesome because blah, blah, blah. You're like, because of the mission that I am on, this is the outcome. And people are going to start listening to that. And I guarantee you, when you start recruiting like this, there's no one else out there that's recruiting like this. No one else out there is teaching this. I have never heard an upline teach this. I've never heard any of like the network marketing gurus teach this, none of it. But this is the thing that made me the most successful, is by focusing in on what's the one problem that you solve and creating an offer to solve that problem. So I can't wait to hear what your offers are, and we can help you craft them and everything in the comments. So we'll see you guys all later. Bye.